Hey guys, this is Michelle and Kevin, and we are with Out of Here Travel, and of course, we're with the Island State of Mind Insider Travel Group. We're a few minutes early, but I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to catch on. We set up outside here in Florida, and as with any summer day in Florida, it was beautiful when we sat down, and now we've got a little brief rain shower coming through, so fingers crossed we don't get too rained out. But we are looking forward to being able to see what we can come up with. So we're going to give people a few more minutes, and we will be ready to go. And here comes the rain. We're right on cue. So we're fingers crossed we don't get too wet. So as you log on, let us know you're here. And we'll do a brief, quick shout out to you. But as we talked about, our whole thing today is all about Disney reopening. And I think it's going to be an amazing thing. And I hope you all get a chance to really come out and enjoy the opportunity. So we're going to give people just a few minutes to catch on and see where we are at. If you are here, drop us a line. Let us know you're here. And we're all very excited about this. So we spent a few days over at exploring around Disney and Disney Springs. And I think we wanted to share kind of what you can expect and what can be, what you can anticipate and all that magic that comes with being in Disney. So if you're, like I said, if you're here, welcome, thank you. And right on cue, Florida rain. It's just amazing. So let's just get on with it, see how we can work our way through this little rainstorm and go on with that. So Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom all open on the 11th of July. And the parks or the resorts that aren't already open, which are the Disney Vacation Club resorts, those are going to open then on the 10th of July.
Right.
The Epcot and Hollywood Studios then open on July 15th. So for those of you who are ready to book, the good news is that you can now, as of today, book your trips. You can do your tickets, you can do your resort reservations, because it had been blocked out because of the closures. And they had just opened up a couple weeks ago, 2021.
Right.
And now, as of today, you can now book 2020. So that's very exciting, very, very exciting. So those of you who use the complimentary Magical Express, that is running from Orlando International over to the resorts. The only thing is you don't have the luggage service available, so you're going to have to go pick up your own luggage and bring it to the thing, to the coach, but you can do that. So they're allowing you to do tickets when you book today, 2 to 7 days of a block. So I think that's going to be awesome. What were your first impressions as we kind of did this whole Disney overview and look of what was going on in terms of what we were seeing?
And I think we're in actuality, with the COVID, and one of the things you do, it is mandatory masks. We do have to wear masks. And everybody is pretty much trying to keep all your venues social distances. When you go in and do Disney Springs as well, they're limiting the number of seats to their capacity.
Right.
They got sanitizer machines around everywhere. We went to Magic Kingdom the other day, and they took your temperature when you went in. They give you a little baggie. You put all your your phone and
everything that's in your pockets.
Everything's in your pockets, goes in a plastic bag, and you walk through the X-ray or the metal detector machine. I had my camera bag with me, so I had it open it up, and they really don't touch anything. So if you have a purse or anything, you're going to have to open and look what's in it. Like I say, they got hand washing stations all around the kingdom, and everybody was doing pretty good. I mean, they're all
social distancing and playing.
And even between the rides, how you got all the aisles, the chained off areas, you go back and forth. I used to call them cow stalls, but in the banking side.
Right.
they have plexiglass in between a lot of
Right.
them. So as you're walking by somebody, you got 6 feet markers as you walk onto the rides, and everybody's just adheres to your 6 feet. You know, within your group, we had 3 of us, so we were together in our per 6 foot section. And then when you get on the rides, they have it separated. So you're not going to be, if you got a boat, let's say, and you got 3 sections, you're going to have somebody in the front, somebody in the rear, but they're going to leave spaces in between. So again, you're going to be 6 feet apart
Right.
on that. So I think, you know, overall, they're doing their best that they can to be socially distanced and to be make it safe for all of us to enjoy the park.
Yeah, so you're going to see lower crowds. So here's the thing. Whenever you get ready, and this is what we're here for. So we're going to answer all these questions. And if you want to go ahead and start planning your magical trip, we're going to take care of a lot of this. But not only do you need to have a ticket to get into the parks, but you're also going to have a reservation.
Reservations.
And that is done through the My Disney experience. And you can only do that online. You can only do it through a desktop. You can't do it on the app. But there's no more Fast Pass right now because of the limited number of people that will be allowed to go into the parks, be it annual pass holders, those with tickets only, or those that have a resort and a ticket. So they're limiting that. So you're going to have shorter waits. We actually had, pretty much on a preview day, we were able to do every single ride in the park because the longest wait, I think, was 20 minutes. So that's going to be really interesting to see once it's fully opened and it's not a preview for what's going on for cast members or annual pass holders, how that all works. You continue to use your app, though. We all use that app to figure out what wait times are and then kind of plan your where you are. The interesting thing to note is food is by mobile ordering. So if those of you who have not done that yet, be sure to check that out because it's going to be something new that you're going to work with is that mobile ordering. And then there are no character parades, but there was a lot of character interaction. So, the characters will come through in a real short burst. It's kind of like a character pop-up. And, they'll stand up on balconies. They'll come through the set, the area. And so we're looking forward to seeing how Hollywood Studios and Epcot and the other parks are. But from what we found in going into Magic Kingdom, everybody was masked. You were all temperatured. There is social distancing put in place, and I think they've done a very good job of that. So when you head over to, I think that's basically what you're going to expect to see at the parks. At the resorts, what we're looking at is you're going to be, masking. Of course, when you're around inside, most of the food courts are going to be closed except for going in and picking up a mobile order. And I'm not real sure at this point. There's been nothing definitive on the ability to resort hop. Those of us who love to resort hop, I'm not sure, at that point in time, if we're going to be able to do any of that. But, mobile ordering. So you're not going to, cast members are going to be handing you the food. At this point in time, All-Star Resorts and Port Orleans are not reopening at this point. But, on the value side, you do have Pop Century and Art of Animation. You have the Caribbean and the cabins over at that. For the moderate, for the deluxe, of course, you've got the Yacht Club and the Polynesian and the Beach Club. They're all open, and the Contemporary. And of course, you have all the deluxe villas. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And they're not going to be taking your temperature when you check in. So they are doing that over at Universal, but not at Disney at this point. Now, we did explore, Disney Springs has been open for about a month.
About a month now.
About a month. And you know what? It's I think I relate this to the parks. It's interesting walking through Disney Springs and seeing it not busy as the parks were not booked either. They were not packed. But as with the parks, Disney Springs, masks are mandatory. You take, you get your temperature taken when you come in. Most of the bars are closed because right now in Florida, all the bars are closed. But you can do sit-down restaurants, and they do have the kiosks available if you want to have an adult beverage to walk around with. So they are doing that. Yep. Most of the stores are open. and they are, you know, doing all of the social distancing and all of that within those stores. I think back to the parks, though, the social distancing worked very well on the rides. Social distancing worked very well as you walked around the park. I think so the parks are now closing early because they're not doing the fireworks. With that early closure, you have everybody leaving just like right after fireworks in normal times. And the Emporium was a little packed. They were limiting the number of people in there, but, a lot of people trying to check out. So just be cognizant of that and be aware that it's probably not as socially distanced as you would think it would be. The other thing is Universal is open. So you can go over to Universal. Volcano Bay is not, I don't think at this point, but the other two parks over at Universal are open.
Right.
City Walk is open. What's really cool about that is in normal times, if you want to go to City Walk, you have to pay a $25 parking fee. Well, that's been waived. So if you just want to go explore City Walk, this is a great time to go explore City Walk, go to Margaritaville.
Yeah. Yep. That island state of mind.
Yep.
So you can go in that, and they're, it's 50% capacity again at the restaurants in there as well too. So actually, it's kind of nice. It's not packed in there. And, the food comes out very quickly as well. So it's just a nice thing. And one thing to think about down here, all the employees at the restaurants and the park are just excited to be back to work.
I have to say, when we were in that cast member preview, everybody was walking through and they were just happy. They were just joyous to be back and glad to start making magic, because quite honestly, this is a dedication of love.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they come down and that's what they want to do, is make magic. And so everybody's just was happy to be back.
Yep.
As you know, our youngest works at Disney, and he's just been tickled to have been called back. He's not going back to his home resort right now. He's on a transfer, but he is just excited to be back. His friends are excited to be back. My birthday's over the 4th, and the original plan was to celebrate my birthday at Epcot. Well, fingers crossed next year we can do that. But that was, that. I mean, I think you're right. I think everybody's just happy to be back, be it wherever they're working, be it Universal, City Walk, SeaWorld is open, Legoland is open. Some of the attractions over on International Drive are open too. So right. The Icon is open, which is the big eye, the big Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
The aquarium's open.
I think the kids went to Old Town to ride some of the rides over there.
Yeah.
That's open as well. So you have a good balance if you come down to Orlando for things to do and to keep social distancing, at bay. So like I say, everybody's pretty conscious of it. I think down here, everybody's wearing masks. One tip I would do, probably, we went to Magic Kingdom the other day. I got a little Mickey Mouse mask on to match my shirt, but I think I'd bring a couple of them.
Yeah.
I think I'd it is warm. So just be cognizant of it. We had the cloth, and the ones now you can't do your gator masks. You've got to have some mask that's looping on your ears. So my suggestion tip would be bring a couple masks with you, the cloth one. So it got kind of warm there. I was over taking pictures, and you got to see the castle.
Yeah.
I was taking pictures of the castle, the new paint job that they have on the castle. It looks great. But that's my tip. Just because I have 2 or 3 masks in the car and just rotate them around when you walk around, so you're not they get a little warm and a little wet. So just mine did anyway. So that's my tip to you.
And I've seen that in several Facebook groups about bring in several masks, rotate them around.
Or if you got the disposable ones, a lot of people just throw it away and put another one on, and be whatever your fancy is that you're wearing your masks on there. So that's.
And you brought up a good point. So with the new park reservation system, you cannot park hop. So you're going to pick one park per day. And you may or may not be able to go to a park every single day that you're in town. So it's a great opportunity, I think, to go explore everything else that Orlando is and has to offer. So if you've not been over to the new Sunset Walk, which is just it's kind of the City Walk, Disney Springs next to the Margaritaville Resort. There's restaurants over there. There's some cool little shops over there. Of course, Margaritaville radio broadcast over there, so you can go see them live. They have a Bahama Bucks, which is this really cool place that you can take the kids, or if you're a kid at heart, they offer these really great, smoothies and ices and all of that. So that's a really cool thing to check out. Just a great place just to go wander around.
Right.
And go check out.
Plus, you can walk over to Margaritaville.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the development they have over there. It's kind of fun to walk through there. They're looking at all the new housing they're building.
Oh, yeah.
Every time we go over there, they got 3-4 new homes being built. And then you can go to the restaurant, but it's kind of a fun. It's just kind of the Jimmy Buffett vibe over there, and it's just the Margaritaville. So if you come down to Orlando, stop in.
Yeah,
you're free to walk in. We haven't been there since with the COVID began, but I would imagine the restaurant's probably open there as well too. But it's kind of fun.
And Margaritaville happens to be a good neighbor hotel to Disney. So if you don't want to stay on property, but you really want to be at Margaritaville, we can take care of that, because you can stay over at Margaritaville. They offer transportation to the parks, and they are a good neighbor hotel. So that was the new exciting thing that launched last year.
You're only about 8 miles away from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a quick 15-minute drive to get over there. Shuttle, Uber, Lyft, any means of transportation to get you over to the parks. Which one you're going to?
So, I think to wrap up, if nobody has any questions, I think what's interesting though is Disney is open. It's sort of what we thought it was going to be. And I don't think they disappointed. They didn't disappoint you, right? No.
I think it was fun.
It was fun.
We got kind of spoiled on the preview day, because we walking on the Pirates of the Caribbean. Every ride we were just kind of in the late afternoon before it closed. We were just walking right on.
Yeah, you had like a 15-minute wait for Seven Dwarfs.
Seven Dwarfs coaster ride. It's one of my favorites. I had 20 minutes in there just to get on, and took advantage of that. And I think Splash Mountain was walk on.
Yes.
I never did get over to Big Thunder, but everything was fun. Like I say, everybody's happy to be back and excited to be working.
Yeah, and Linda's watching. So hi, Linda. I hope you and your family are feeling better and are on the mend. I know that you have had a rough week or so, so I want to make sure you're doing much better. So that's the thing is. But Linda says, wish I was there, wish I was anywhere, really. Yeah, I know. I get it. And, and for those of you who are, a little apprehensive about travel, we're not saying you have to go to the parks. Maybe you come down and, we get you a nice condo or a vacation rental. You have your own place. You go from your home to another home. And, we to help you plan some day trips, maybe out to a beach. You pack a lunch, you go sit on the beach. We've been out to St. Pete, Clearwater, Daytona, New Smyrna is an amazing beach and an amazing area. So there's lots of places to go around this area that you're going to be able to socially distance and not feel pressured to have to go to a park.
Right.
Now, to be honest, we are taking it very careful. We do the whole distancing, masking, and washing thing. And I don't feel uncomfortable going to Disney Springs because everybody's masked. Everybody has their temperature taken. Same at City Walk. I do outdoor dining. Haven't gone inside yet. But, that's to each his own as to how you feel about that and what you're doing. But we're here to help answer any questions that you might have. Again, we're here to help plan a trip. You know what? If 2020 is just off your radar and it's something that you're just not, comfortable in doing, totally understand that. Absolutely, totally understand that. 2021, though, there are some really cool packages for Disney and Universal that are coming out. So if you are a theme park fanatic and you have missed being on your roller coasters or having your Dole Whip, we can certainly help you with that.
The Dole Whip stands open.
Yeah, the Dole Whip stands.
And you can also get it at Disney Springs as well, too. So that is open. I mean, that everybody was around the Dole Whip stand. There's a couple of them there at the park, so they were all over that. One thing about Orlando, just give you a tip in July here. A typical day is when we started this, it was sunny. We had a brief rainstorm for rain for 2 or 3 minutes, and now the sun's coming back out again. But typically what you'll find in June, July is afternoon storms. So they come through, and it might last an hour, might last 5 minutes, and it might last an hour. But plan that. Usually it came in a little bit earlier today at noontime, but usually 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then by the evening time, it kind of dissipates, and then it's back to a nice evening on here. So just plan on that, that's typical Central Florida weather that builds. But where we're at, we're in Davenport, just outside of Orlando. We're in the district here. We're about 10 miles away from Disney, all the parks. But again, Michelle's talking about for day trips, we're an hour and a half either way, East Coast, an hour and a half to get out to Tampa, Clearwater, an hour and a half to get out to Daytona, Merritt Island, Cape Canaveral area. If you want the Atlantic, or you want the Gulf, or you want both, you could do one and the other. So it's nice. Orlando's a nice hub.
I agree.
We're about 3.5 hours north of Miami, Fort Lauderdale. So, you can go anywhere. But it's a nice spot just to come down. It's not overly humid in here in Orlando, comparable probably down to Miami, down in Fort Lauderdale area. If you're going down to the Keys, we're about, takes us about 7 hours to get down to Key West from here. Great drive. So
and the Keys are open.
Keys are open too,
if the beach is calling your name and you want to, plan that, let us know. So I hope we've been able to, you can see that we've got the nice fountain, and now the weather's out about.
Sun's out.
And now that the sun's out and we've had that noon-ish afternoon Florida rain, we should be done.
I got another social distancing tip.
What's your other social distancing tip?
If you want to get out and about golfing.
Oh yeah, you went.
There's about 120 courses down here in the Orlando area. Disney has 4 courses, and they're open right now. We have one right across the street from our complex where we live at. But again, if there's in the summertime too, it's 80 degrees, 8.5. The afternoon, you're going to have rain. It's got a little warm for you, but the morning times are active, usually about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. In 4 hours, you're done by 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. But a lot of public golf courses out here, a lot of great things to do. So if that's something you love to do, that's just another avenue. You've got enough courses to choose from. I think I've got 5 and with about a 5-mile radius of here to go to. So
that's a good tip. Yeah. Take your family out, go golfing, and
golfing, fishing. A lot of bass fishing areas here. They have guide service if you want to take your family out. Get a fishing guide, that's available as well too. They got a lot of ponds, a lot of lakes. Kayaking. You can go rent canoes, kayaks around here. So there's a lot of outdoor bicycle rentals, a lot of bike paths. So again, a lot of activities to do other than the parks.
Absolutely. So again, we're here letting you know that we got to experience the magic of Disney and that they are open. The parks have in place, strict social distancing and disinfecting and safety precautions and all of that. If you want to shop, you can shop. If you want to go to a park, we can certainly see about making that happen. If you want to go golf, you can do that. If you want to fish, you can go do that, and we can take care of a lot of that. So if you don't have any questions, I thank everybody for joining us today.
Thank you.
Drop us an email, info@outofheretravel.com, or send me a text, 304-816-0055. Again, 304-816-0055. And we're here to take your text messages, answer any questions you have. We're here to help. We're here to, if you're wanting to experience some magic, be it Disney or over at Hogwarts and at Universal, let us help you get that magic planned either for 2020 or 2021. And like I said, today, Disney opened up. It's July 9th. So Disney opened up the ability to book the rest of 2020. And I did a quick test before we went live, and I can start booking next week. So we're ready to go. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining us. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Take care. Be safe.